Hello everybody, how's it going? I hope you are all well. I'm sorry I didn't do one of my videos last week, pick-up video for want of a better word. We're doing a thing where we're going through and cleaning all the shelves. I'm on the very bottom shelf now of this unit. And I just didn't get a chance to do one this last weekend just gone. But it's worth the wait, guys, because there's so much stuff on this bottom shelf. Now, I don't know if it's the case for all of you, but I certainly find that when I'm placing these on my shelf, I try and keep them in sort of a theme. But obviously you pick stuff up that doesn't quite fit somewhere, or you just get a few little bits of one collection and then they'll just go somewhere. And that has kind of become the bottom shelf here. And I don't know if that's the same for you guys, whether you end up with just like a bottom shelf of random nonsense. And it's not nonsense, there's loads of cool stuff here, a little bit of nonsense as well, but it's yeah, I'm just going to crack on anyway because there's so much stuff here. This will be particularly for you guys who are your retro gamers, like your Spectrum era. There's quite a few of those here, so we'll start cracking on. But the first one I've got is a PlayStation game, which is Cool Boards. I used to play, it's Cool Boards 2 actually. I think I played the first one a lot. I don't know if I even played the second one, but I picked that up at a car boot, I think, maybe. A lot of these I don't remember. I've picked them up over the last few years. So that is the one PlayStation game that is on that shelf. There's a few films. So I started picking up at the point where I started collecting. If I saw anything that was gaming related, I was collecting it. And as you guys know, I've kind of tried to hone that down a little bit. I'm concentrating mainly on my Sonic characters, Mario characters, and games that I had or wanted to go with the consoles that I had or wanted, just to try and keep the size of my collection down because this room is absolutely rammed now. But yes, I'd forgotten about these, so I've just found them on the bottom shelf. So there's the Street Fighter film, there's that one there. I remember watching that back in the day and actually really enjoying that, even though it was wildly like discredited as a terrible film. And I've got a couple of Resident Evil ones as well, but I think I've watched that's the first one, isn't it? That's the first one, I think. Anyway, I've watched that back in the day. I've not seen it again. I might stick those on actually while I'm pottering around the house today. Have them on in the background maybe. I can't sit and watch a film very well. I do try. I can occasionally if I'm with the right people, but if I'm on my own, I just end up on my phone and doing all sorts. But yeah, I have to be really engrossed in a film to sit and watch it the whole way through. And this is where the crazy starts. I don't actually know where to start. I'll keep going with the sorry, I was trashing the place then, but I was trying to pick them up. Had to reset that then. Just made such a mess. Anyway, carrying on, I'm going for the random ones again. So this was Ghost Recon on the Xbox, Ghost Recon 2 on the Xbox. I never really played this one. I played it at a friend's house who had it. Not really played that much, but again, a game that I quite enjoyed back in the day, but not much time on that one. But this one, this is the game, and I speak about this all the time, and I always name it incorrectly. Always when I chat about it. It's Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. But I always call it Ghost Recon 2 Jungle Storm, and I don't know why. And I think in my head, because it's on the PlayStation 2, I just put the 2 in it. But this game, I played so much. Like, I cannot tell you the hours I spent, and it was my first real online gaming experience. I met friends, I've got friends in the States. I've still got some of them on my Facebook who, you know what, I should reach out. I've not spoken to them in so long. But we used to play this endlessly. Every evening we were on this game. I was the highest ranking woman in the world on that game, and I would love to be able to find the top 10 on that. I have tried. I've not tried that hard, but I would love to be able to find the old sort of top 100 that was on there. It was the top... was it top 10,000 on there? But it was the first online experience on the PlayStation 2, and it was really precariously like all hooked up together. You know, we had to have the wires running from the router across, and when I was playing that, it was with my ex-husband, and we were living in an extension, well, it was a barn extension next to his mum's house at the time. So the wires, honestly, it was a nightmare, but we used to play it all the time. We had a lot of fun on that one. I really enjoyed that game. That one's quite a really special one, and there's a few other special ones in here as well as I'm going through. Let's do, without trashing the place again, the Wii games. Now a few of them I have played, a few of them I have not. I've just picked them up at car boots. I don't know whether I'm going to keep them or not, or maybe if there's any here that you really want, let me know, because I don't actually have a Wii at the moment. My friend is going to give me one, but there's a couple that I will keep. There's a couple that I never really played, and I just thought, you know what, if somebody really wants them or has lost them in time, just send me a message, and if it's feasible and not too expensive, I will get one sent to you if you do actually want these, because I'm trying to have a bit of a clear out as well. Zelda Twilight Princess, that one I played. I don't think I completed that one. That was cool. That was cool. It was not as sleek, obviously, as the Switch games. Didn't have the wow factor that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask did, but was a fun game all the same. And the next one was Skyward Sword, I think. Yeah, Skyward Sword. Same sort of thing. I definitely didn't complete that. But the Zelda games, you know, they're a genre of their own, aren't they? People really, really love them. And I've got specific ones that I really, really love. Those two are okay. They're not my favourites, but I don't mind them. Here's the collection of games that, well, I've got 007 Quantum of Solace. I've never played it. I feel like I want to play it. I need a Wii. Yeah, that's one, potentially, if it's one that you've been really desperate to get your hands on, hit me up, because I'll send that to you. I'm not that enamoured with it that I'm desperate to play it. You know what I mean? I've got enough to be playing, but yeah, maybe I do want to play it. I don't know. Next one I will keep, which is Knights. I've never played this on the Wii. Obviously, this was big on the, I want to say, the Dreamcast. It wasn't the Dreamcast. It was on the Saturn, wasn't it? Was it the Saturn or was it the Mega CD? Somebody correct me, because I'm an idiot and I can't remember which CD game it was. It was on one of them anyway, wasn't it? Knights was great. It was a great game. I've not played it on this though. Looks good though. Does look good. And this is one that I just picked up at a car boot, Into the Inferno, and I've is it Avatar? It's just Avatar Into the Inferno. If anyone wants that, I have no desire to be playing that one, to be honest. So yeah, that one's up for grabs if anybody does want it. Next. Well, oh yeah, I've got some really good ones here, really good ones. First off is a random thing that I picked up from the shop that I go to in Stoke-on-Trent. It's part of an anniversary collection. I've only got the DVD, and it tells you a bit about the history of the Mario games, but it was part of a 25th anniversary pack. So I've got the CD and the thing to watch, but I've not got the other bit. I don't know what the other bit is. I should do some research, because if I could find it and marry the two up, that would be awesome. So that's another thing. But here's some games that I absolutely loved. So first off are the Zoo Tycoon collections, like Zoo Tycoon, and then there was the dinosaur one and the Sea World one. I spent a lot of time on those, actually. I forget how much time I sank into those. These are my sort of games, you know. You see me play 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Museum and all that jazz. But my very sort of, one of my real loves are these ones here. I've got the Sims, various Sims games there. Have I still got the base game? So yeah, there's the Sims 2. My friend Tracy Snurfs she'll appreciate that. I just loved all of the Sims games. I've loved every single one of them. And then I've got some expansion packs so I've got Sims 2 expansion pack. What's that one? Open for business, so business one. And then I think these are for the original Sims. So yeah, the Superstar one and the Making Magic one. The Superstar one I really enjoyed, like trying to get my Sims to be famous. I remember spending quite a bit of time on that one with that expansion pack. But yeah, that's the thing with the Sims. They just kept adding expansion pack after expansion pack, and it's still the same. And when they release the next iteration of the Sims, I do feel for everybody who's invested in this version of it, because it's been going for so long. Are we The Sims 4 now, I think? I've played it. I'll reinstall it occasionally and then lose days on that game. It's brilliant. If you love those type of games, you love those type of games, and the people watching this who do know exactly what I mean. Next up, we have got a couple of books. Oh, heavy books, actually. I picked these up from a charity shop. I went with my friend last year to Wales. It's weird how I remember where some of these things come from and not others. And in a charity shop, we went to get her puppy, but we had to travel down to Wales. And this one there's a SNES one and is it SNES? It is SNES, and then I think the other one, yeah, so SNES and NES. And it's just got a load of information and cool stuff about, I'm not going to open both of them, but like screenshots and stuff of different games and maps for levels and stuff. Really nice books. Whoever had these prior to me didn't really open them, I can tell. You know, I try and keep them in good condition, but you know, when they've not been looked at all, speaking of which, like Zelda games and stuff, there's just everything in there. They're really, really cool. I'm not going to open I need to put this back in the right way. I'm so funny about these sorts of things. I won't open the SNES one because it's just dead clumsy trying to show you this on camera. But that was the Superpower one. And again, it's in a sleeve. Really, really lovely condition. Really nice books, those ones. A few more little randos here. This is Resistance 3 on the PS3. Never played it, but my friend Ollie sent that when he sent me a little pack of games. Some of my Wii U games came from Ollie. Nintendo Ollie. Nintendo. I can never say your name right, mate. Nintendo Ollie or Nintendo Ollie. I think you respond to like either, don't you? But yeah, he sent that one over. But I don't have a PlayStation 3. I'm trying to say PlayStation 3. I don't have. It looks cool though. It does look cool. I don't know a lot about it though. But again, it might be one that I need to, if I ever get my paws on a PlayStation 3. Another Zoo Tycoon game. I've just got such a random collection of stuff. There's a game called Crackdown 2. That might have been an Ollie one as well. I can't remember, mate. I know you sent me a really like nice box filled with loads of random stuff to go with the Wii U stuff that you'd sent me. But that looks cool as well. And one of my favourite games, I used to love playing this one, is Metal Gear Solid 2. Now, I am toying with the idea. They've just released a new Metal Gear Solid game, haven't they? And there's part of me, it's a lot of money, but I wish it was on the Games Pass. I really wish it was on the Games Pass because it's one that I would stream. I really, really love these games. And I can be stealthy when I want to be, contrary to popular belief. I can be stealthy in games when I have to be. Another little rando here. Now, you all know the story, I've said it before. Gauntlet was the first ever game I played. This is on the NES. This is one that I got from, there's a shop in York, and I can't remember the name of the shop in York. Is it Sore Thumb Gaming? Sore Thumbs, I think it is. But I saw this on the shelf. Even though I don't have a NES, I have every intention of getting one. And I thought, I can't leave Gauntlet 2 behind. I love Gauntlet games. I just love them because I've got such a nostalgic attachment to them. Like, it is my ultimate, like my first ever gaming experience. And coming right onto that, ta-da! The actual game on the Spectrum. Like, I still get like that, that nostalgic sort of choke in your throat over it. I spent so much time playing these games, so much time with my brother, even with my dad, and my dad didn't spend much time with me at all, but that's something that we spent a lot of time on. Me and my dad spent one day, we were just playing it, and how it worked on the Spectrum. Do you know if you're in the arcade, if you die, you had to put money in, and then you could go again. If you're playing it on your Spectrum, as long as one of you was alive, you could press start and then carry on going. And I think we got to like level 80 something. It was stupidly high. It might not have been that high, but I think it was. I think it was stupid. It just kept going and going, and then we both ended up dying on it. Yeah, it's a really, really, really special game to me, that one. Just love it. And it's why I'm here, and it's why I'm doing all of this. That's where it all started. And I've said that many times before. And this is where my old eyes are going to start failing me. I've got a load of random collections. That's C16, so I think that's that Commodore game. A random video poker game. I've got a lot of games on the Spectrum that I've never played, but I will show them all because I know that, and I see it a lot on my other videos, there'll be games that I pull up that I've not played and people are like, oh my god, I played that, I loved it. And I'm going to try and keep the Spectrum ones, and I don't know why, because I'm never really going to get to play them, I don't think. That was a winter sports one. Again, never played. Soccer Manager, Football Manager, if we're going to say it properly, right? Oh crap, this is such a random concoction of stuff. Like, I'm trying to stack it and I just keep dropping stuff. Oh, look at that, Football Manager 2. Did they rename it? Was that one after the other, do we think? Soccer Manager and then Football Manager 2. Do you think one's just the American version and one's the one from the UK, perhaps? There's Soldier of Light. Don't know anything about these. I'm just sharing them with you in case it sort of sparks a little nostalgia trigger for any of you guys. Antivoid. Is Antivoid? Do I say that right? I feel like I said that wrong the last time. Is that on the Spectrum? I think most of these are on the Spectrum, but I feel like there's the odd one that might be for a Commodore, and I've never had a Commodore. I've got a mini Commodore my friends bought me for my 40th that I play on occasionally. I've not played on that for a while, actually. That is the ultimate aerial experience. Is this 720 or 120? I feel like that should be 120, but it looks like a 7. Could be wrong, don't know. California Games. Now that's one that we all know. I think most of us at some point have played California Games back in the day. Definitely have played that at some point. But the artwork, like, you can't, like, I don't know, the artwork on modern games is like top notch in most cases, but there's something about like these little ones on tapes, isn't there, that's just so cute and quirky. What the hell's this? 5 Fabo Spectrum games. Jam 90s. The 90s special. Split Personalities, Dizzy Rascal 2, Winter Wonderland, Action Biker, and Stars and Stripes. So there's a load. It's got it written on the back. So I've just been sat reading it like that. It's got it written down the back on it as well. Played Dizzy before. Don't think I've played any of the other ones on there. So yeah, random. Footballer of the Year again. Football games I was never really a fan of. There was one on the Mega Drive, I think, something 95, maybe 94. I used to just go and terrorise people on it, shockingly. This one's called Complex. I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is at all. It has got a little like thing in there to describe it. That smells so old. That smells super old, but it's in really good condition, whatever game that is. No idea. Absolutely no idea on that one. So do shout out if you know what that one is. What is this? Super Nudge 2. This looks like it's just fruit machines. Is it? Could be. It's a superb simulator of modern fruit machines. Why go to the pub when you can sit play on a fruit machine at home for free? Oh, and Outrun. We've got Outrun there. That's a cool game. I never played it on the... Would this be on the Spectrum? That was on the Spectrum. I think I played it on the Mega Drive. I think that's where I played Outrun. I put money on that's where I played it. And last but not least, I've got some magazines to show you and some random books. So I think these books came, I think I was on Vinted and found some Sonic stuff and these came with it. So there was a Sonic Genesis book, and I think this is just, it's just the is Archie Comics' longest running video game inspired hit comic. I had no idea. But yeah, the artwork in there's cool. It's a proper like comic book. For, you know what I mean? I know that sounds like a really stupid thing to say, but some things pretend to be comic books, don't they? And that really is. And then there was this one, the Sonic the Hedgehog is the longest running video game inspired hit comic ever. So these are all, this is the complete encyclopedia Sonic comic. I had Sonic the comic. I think I had an earlier version of this though. I don't know. But yeah, I got the first. I'm so gutted. Even to this day, I am still so gutted. I had at least the first 100 Sonic the comics. Tells you a little about different characters in there and stuff. There's loads of stuff in there. And I left them at my mum's when I left home, and then they disappeared. I think they got recycled, and it's heartbreaking because I even kept on the first one. I think there was stickers on the front of it and I didn't take them off. And it yeah, it just pains me that that's one of the things that did get lost in time. However, I have got a couple more magazines and then we're nearly done. I think I picked these up at a retro gaming fair. This is Retro Gamer, 20 years of Sonic. Obviously older now because we've had Sonic for 35 years. I'm trying to make my mind up if this is a remake or it's got lots of stuff in there. It's got different Sonic stuff. Just all different Sonic stuff. Sorry, I'm rambling because I'm trying to talk. Oh, it's got a section on Spectrum, games that time forgot. How random. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. I was just talking about that. What's that got to do with Sonic, though? Oh, I might have to actually read this. I'll have to read that one. I'll read that this afternoon. And the last who said there's a Dreamcast one. I think this was, I looked earlier. Was it for 94? Sorry, Dreamcast games, and you know I was a big fan of Sonic Adventure. What's it saying? Sonic Adventure 2 details: faster than a train, slower than a snail, graceful as a swan, funkier than Travolta. What a random thing to say. But yeah, I just like having magazines, you know, because you don't get books that often. I am a big fan of books, but they take up so much space. You tend to just read stuff online, don't you, or like get things on your Kindle and stuff. And the last one is I just like the artwork on this because it's Cammy and she's one of my all-time favourite characters. I absolutely love her. I love Street Fighter, as you know, and there's just, again, loads of stuff in there, nostalgic stuff that was, at the time when it was released, it was like the future stuff, wasn't it? It was telling you about games that had just been released or been released, and now you're looking back on it with like fond memories, and it's just, yeah, the best. Anyway, that's been a lovely little trip down memory lane. Let me know if you've got any of these games, or tell me about the ones that I really don't know about. And again, there's a couple there. If you're crying out for them, if you need them for your collection, just hit me up, because especially those wee ones, I'm not that precious. I will happily send those out to anybody who wants them. What else have I been up to? I've put a few videos out this week. I finished the Goat Simulator video that Frank and I did. I had to edit it into 4 parts because we had so much fun doing it. So the 4th part has just dropped the other day. I've been playing a lot of Chivalry 2 with my guys, with my Shenanigamers, having a lot of fun. So that has been with Cynic and Test Pilot, Frank and Valentine Gaming. We're starting to really beat the crap out of each other in that game, and it's a lot of fun. What else? I'm trying to think what else. I've been obviously streaming. I think me and Cynic are going to crack Resident Evil 5 this Friday. We thought it was going to be yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. However, there was a bad glitch in the game that was not letting us defeat a boss, honestly. And all we had to do is change the frame rate down to less than 30, and we managed to beat it. We'd spent an hour trying to beat this guy, and we're like, why is this guy not dying, on 2 occasions? So like half an hour. And then it took about 10 minutes when one of my subscribers, Tim, bless him, Googled it and found that there was this little glitch in the game. So I'm glad you're in chat, so I'd probably still be playing it now, trying to figure out how to do it. And the one last thing that I did want to shout out, now please help us with this one. We're trying to, as small time creators, we're trying to break the algorithm a little bit. And when YouTube gives us new features and new things that we can use and do to try and help promote your channel, you may have noticed there's a new feature. It'll probably be under this. I don't know if it should be under this, I think. There's a hype button. I don't want you to hype this video. Please don't hype this video. What I would like you to do, Cynic came up with the idea. We've started hyping one of Frank's videos. So over at Angry Dad Gaming, there's a Chivalry 2 video of all of us. You get to see me in action on that one, and my other friends as well. But Frank's edited it together amazingly. And we just thought we'd try and hype that video. What we're finding out with the hyping feature though, is it's per region, it looks like. So in the UK, with my friends who I've contacted so far and spoken to, we've managed to hype that video to about 30,000. In the States, I know the number's a lot different. It's a lot bigger, and Cynic's about halfway there with the push from everybody else as well. We're just trying to get one of our videos, one of our little Shenanigamers videos, into that top 100. What that means is there's like a top 100 on each. So there's one in the States and one in this region, which is England. And I think we're like bulked up with another couple of regions as well in Europe, and a bit further afield as well, I think. So if you could head over, I'm going to put the link to that one underneath this video, and if you wouldn't mind just hyping that, we're trying to break the algorithm and actually crack something, so that just to see what it does, see if it does anything. It might not do anything, but we thought we'd give it a try, and if we did it as a collective, my opinion on these things, I love my YouTube community. I love the fact that I get to sit and chat crap to you guys when I'm streaming and also on these videos, and it's what makes it for me, and it's all about the social side of it. So we're just trying to see if that is going to make a difference. It may not, it might not do anything, but it might just put it on that leaderboard and get it shown to a few more people, which would be really nice. So we're trying to experiment with that a little bit. So thank you for listening to this really long video. I appreciate every single one of you. If you don't already, please do like and subscribe. And if you could, in addition as well, if you wouldn't mind hitting that notification bell for me, so that as and when I do publish stuff, you don't miss it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.